Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is OUTRUN. Sega Ages on the Nintendo Switch. Switch dashboard, lots of lovely stuff on there. Select the old Super Snap. We've got a flagman waving. We've got the Sega logo. This is by M2. Just on cue there. And it's OUTRUN. OUTRUN, people. OUTRUN for the Switch. I got this in a sale, some sort of eShop sale, alongside Contra and the Gradius shooting gallery thing from Konami. So I spent the rest of my eShop money on this, and everyone loves a bit of OUTRUN, don't they? So we've got like the old and new version there. I guess that's the overseas and European version. Old is probably the Japanese layout. We've got several screen options here. The menus in M2 games are always really annoying. Okay. Looks like full actually doesn't just expand the screen. It draws more of the screen, which is kind of groovy. Smoothing scanline. We've got a few effects there. Yeah, M2 menu navigation is never that intuitive, and actually putting credits into the game, because it forces you to put credits in, is also maddening, as you tend to hit B to go back to the main menu a hell of a lot. So this is CRT and smoothing. It's bloody awful. Let's change that for something a bit more pleasant to look at. Why anybody would pick scanline and smoothing, I've got no idea. We'll just go for standard arcade mode. As you can see from there, the car has been redrawn. We've got several new tracks, music tracks, possibly from home conversions of OUTRUN. There we go, see? I was trying to press a start there, I accidentally pressed a different button and it went back to the title screen because the button mapping isn't the same as any other game we've ever played. Really irritating. We've got a sort of Ferrari looking car. It's got an eagle on the back of it instead of a horse. We've got same people driving it. But yeah, this is OUTRUN. Look how slick and fast it runs. Lovely stuff. Yeah, so this is OUTRUN as you remember it. It's a slick game. You pick your route, don't you, at the end of every stage. It's got lots of colours, it's got a lovely soundtrack. It's a shame you can't buy all of M2's conversions on a cart and have them in one place. You have to buy them from the eShop. Which is okay if you can get them cheap, like I did with this, on sale. But this is the same price as the Virtua Racing M2 conversion, normally. And to be fair, I'd pick the Virtua Racing conversion over this every day of the week. This, well, OUTRUN's a bad game, it's just that you feel like you get more for your money from the Virtua Racing. Time trial mode in that is addictive as hell, just trying to improve your times. This is cool, seeing all the routes is groovy, and I don't like the redrawn sprite, I've got to say. I don't like the new car. Licensing issues. But yeah, if you can get this for in a sale for a few quid, it's worth the punt. You get some fun out of it. I always thought the Japanese course layout was a bit weird because they changed it around because the tunnel, graphically most impressive part of the game, is sort of buried deep into this map, whereas on the Western version it's like the second stage. Always take the left hand path, as I've said before, and here you get the tunnel. So there you go. I haven't tried out all the music tracks. Magical Sound Shower is my favourite. Sort of ice background. Never really taken much notice of that background, but that is an odd background. Like mountains made out of ice. I guess this is supposed to be like an alpine thing. There's no like rock there. Anyway, who am I to criticise a Stone Cold classic game? Well, somebody paid for it, so I can say what I want, can't I? And yeah, Cameron's it's groovy. It is groovy. This seems to be more difficult than I remember, though. I think because I've been playing the Mega Drive version and the PC Engine version recently, slightly drunk. Those are easier than this because there's not as much traffic on the road. Here it's really clogged up. I mean, this is a right snarl up. Bastards. Well, the roads are really wide, but they just stuck freaking 15 cars on it. I literally counted 6 cars. Yeah, so it seems more difficult than I remember. But like I said, I've been playing the old Mega Drive version. There's the tunnel, look. It's like the 4th stage in. Putting your name in music. Lovely stuff. What's going on here? PN. Just press end. Idiot. Thank you. Don't know what PN signifies. I think it just caught me off guard and I was pressing buttons. Let's try the new version. Oh look, you got difficulty there. You can make it easier. It requires a reset. Very strange. It's just loading a different ROM there. Lovely stuff. I might recommend playing this in the widescreen mode. You know, if it's you know, drawing more sprites at the edge of the screen rather than just stretching the image, which is groovy. Full screen and wide is the way I'd go, I think. I'm playing by 4x3 arcade here for nostalgia purposes. The way your car animates is quite nice. The other cars look really static in comparison. Like those lorries and like the perspective on them doesn't really work. I guess they couldn't afford the sprite data back in the day. This opening stage is pretty freaking great. It's beautiful. It's beautiful sprite scaling heaven. Sega always made like good first stages for well, just 2 of their games. Sonic the Hedgehog had a great first stage, didn't it? Outrun's got a lovely first stage. I'm trying to think of another Sega arcade game with the first stage that's amazing. Space Harrier was cool, obviously. Yeah, they did. They did some best stuff, didn't they? Sega back in the day. It'd be ace to have a cartridge with all the sprite scaling games on it for the Switch. I'd love that. I'd love that a lot. Here's a tunnel. Oh my god, I'm having a seizure. Scaling sprite heaven. I mean, it does look like you're going backwards at points in this because of the way that the refresh works. But hey, that was mind-blowing back in the day. So yeah, decent conversion. Weirdly redrawn car. I'm not a fan of the new car, but the same old Outrun. Worth picking up. Worth picking up. And if you're a bit more adventurous than me, you'll pick some of the other music tracks. Even with the 3 that you could select in the arcade machine, it only ever sounded right to me with Magical Sound Shower for some reason. I mean, not that the other tracks are bad. It's just that Magical Sound Shower is the king. And this is to the desert. Lovely. One thing the Mega Drive version does do, which I quite like, is if you don't hit a vehicle or crash when you get to the second stage, you get a flyby or a drive-by by some cameo from some other Sega game, which is groovy. Little things like that. That'd have been nice in here, but, you know, they didn't do that, they didn't add that in. M2 are good at adding stuff in. I just wondered whether they ever thought about adding that in. Wouldn't have been the same though, would it? Wouldn't have been the arcade machine, would it? Yeah, let's keep it on the Mega Drive. Keep that shit to the Mega Drive. Shut up, Lee. Alright then, I'll shut up. Yeah, you can see those cars are pretty badly animated. like I said, your car's got lots of character. It sort of ducks and dives, bobs around. Although when it says left and right, back end of it looks a bit bigger rather than smaller. Like the perspective doesn't really work. But the other cars have no animation whatsoever. Anyway, it's OUTRUN. It's awesome. Get it when it's on sale in the old eShop. Well done M2. Well done Sega.